Hello reception, Mr Geer here. Today we are going to continue our work on repeating patterns. Repeating patterns. Now last time we had a look at some simple patterns, didn't we, that were repeating. Remember, I used my cutlery to demonstrate. We said we had a fork and knife. Fork, knife. Fork. Yeah, a knife would come next, wouldn't it? Today we're going to look at some even more complicated patterns. Because I don't know if you noticed, but when you were looking for those patterns around your house, did you notice that they didn't all just have two colours going one after the other, one after the other? They were a bit more complicated than that. And we can make those patterns as well. So I'm going to use my counters to show you, and then I'm going to use some other bits and bobs. But you can use anything in your house to make these patterns. So let's have a look. I'm still only using two colours. However, have a look and see how I've made my pattern even more complicated. I'm going to go red, blue, blue. Red, blue. Can you work out what comes next? Let me hear you saying what comes next. Is it red or is it blue? Yeah, you're right. It's blue next because we go red, blue, blue. Red, blue, blue. Right, let's see what comes next, shall we? Red, blue, blue. Red, blue, blue. Yeah, you're right again. Red this time. So that's one sort of pattern that we can make even more complicated because we've added in another blue one, haven't we? Now, another way we can do it is by adding in another colour. Absolutely. So I've got some pasta this time. 3 different colours of pasta this time. So here's my pattern. Ready? Yellow, orange, green. Yellow, orange. Can you work out what comes next? Yellow, orange, green. Yellow, orange. Yeah, you're right. Green goes next. And what's next? Yellow, orange, green. Yellow, orange, green. Yeah, yellow is next. And then orange. And then green. Now, as this repeating pattern repeats itself over and over again, this pattern could be huge. We could fill the whole table with this pattern, but I'm not going to just now. So, challenge number 1 for you today is I would like you to think of a more complicated pattern, just like the patterns on here, and make it at home as well. You could use counters and pasta like I've done. You can use books and pencils. You can use anything you like, so long as the pattern repeats itself. Okay, that's challenge number 1. Now, challenge number 2 is the patterns we've done so far have just gone in a straight line, haven't they? Do you think all patterns go in a straight line? No, they don't. What I'd like you to do is we are going to get a piece of paper, just like this, and on it, we're going to draw a shape. Can you think of a shape for me? Think of a shape and then say it nice and loud so I can hear you. Oh yes, that's a good idea. I heard somebody out there saying a circle. So I'm going to draw a circle on here. Ready? Nice, big circle. There we go. There's my circle. I hope you can see it okay. So on my circle, I'm going to make another repeating pattern. I'm going to start with blue, then I'm going to go red, then I'm going to go red again, and then blue, and I'm going to follow the shape of the circle all the way around. I'm going to go red, or what comes next? Yeah, red again, and then blue. What comes next? Red, red, you're right, blue, red, red, blue. And then we're going to go red and red. Unfortunately, I've run out, so I'm going to space these out a little bit more to make my pattern. There we go. So my pattern goes all the way around the circle. red, red, blue, red, red, blue, red, red, blue, red, red, blue, red, red, blue. And I can keep going because it goes around the circle. Now, you don't have to do a circle. Other ideas for shapes that you could use. You could do, let me hear what other shapes you could use. Yes, you could definitely do a square or a rectangle. If you're feeling really clever, you could even do a spiral, or you could do, I'll show you down here, a zigzag. There we go. You can do whatever pattern you want. So, challenges for today are, number 1, to make a pattern a little bit more complicated than you did yesterday. Maybe by adding in 2 of the same colour after the other one. Maybe by adding in a 3rd colour. That's your first challenge. Your second challenge is to make a shape. Now, you can use, the other day, I got some leaves when I was out on my walk. I could use my leaves to make my pattern. So I could put a leaf there, and then a small leaf, and then one of these leaves. And then I've got a big leaf, one of those leaves, and then a small leaf. And then another big leaf. So there is a pattern that you can use, even making leaves. So that's your second challenge, to draw a shape and make a pattern. You could even use the circle to make a pattern around the outside of it. Doesn't matter, so long as it repeats. So it does the same thing over and over again. I look forward to having a look at them on Tapestry, on Facebook or on Instagram.